Hey guys, here's what you're gonna do today. You're gonna come in, you're gonna warm ups with the warm ups, and then after you're done with the warm ups, then you're gonna go do the workout. All right, here we go. Here's what you guys got going on today. So, if you guys haven't already looked at it, the big thing is go back to our Facebook or our Instagram where you can go and look at the actual exercises that we're going to be performing today on Monday. So what you guys have, you have 3 sections of exercise with a fun 3-minute finisher when you're done. So please excuse the glare, it's just the way the light works, so this is what we're going to do today. So what you have is in the first section of exercise, you have 2 exercises. Your first exercise section, the first exercise is 5 sets of 5, and then your next exercise is 3 sets of 10 on each side. So what you're going to do is you're going to do both these exercises 3 times, and then your last 2 rounds, or your last 2 rounds are just the top exercise. So it's 2 exercises, 5 sets 5, 3 sets 10. Get done with that, then we move on to the next section. Same thing, where you have 2 exercises, it's 5 rounds. It's 5 reps, 10 on each side, 5 reps for the first exercise, and it's 10 on each side for the second. You go through everything 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and then the last 2 rounds of exercise are just the top exercise inside of section 2. Once you guys are done with that, then the next thing you have, keeping it simple in the last section, we're just working through our core area. What you have is you have 2 exercises, it's 3 rounds worth of work for both exercises this time, and then what you guys are going to be doing is you guys have it's 10 reps for the first one and then 10 reps each side for the second one. You're going to go back and forth, like I said, 3 rounds, 10 reps each and or total. Then after you're done with that, you guys have 1 more section of work. Your last section of work, what you guys are going to be doing is you're going to be doing 3 sets. With the timer, it's going to be 45 seconds work with a 15-second break. You're going to do this one exercise for 3 total rounds worth of work. And then at that point in time, you guys are all done. That's your simple, straightforward, just kind of how the protocol looks. So it's section 1, 5 sets 5, or you have section 1, 2 exercises, 5 sets 5 for the first exercise, 3 sets 10 for the next exercise. It's either 10 each or 10 total, depending on the exercise. Next section, section 2, same thing, 5 sets 5, 3 sets 10, each side or total. Last section of exercise, 2 exercises, 3 sets, each exercise, 10 each or 10 total, and then your fun 3-minute finisher. Once you guys are done with all that fun stuff, and that you kind of understand how the protocol works, let's talk about the actual exercises. Let's go over, as this is recording, over there. Do we swipe this way? I think we swipe this way. I'm not sure. Just wait, it'll change. Okay, everybody, let's talk about it a section of what? That sounded weird. Anyway, weird dramatic pause. So what you guys have inside of the first section of exercise are 2 exercises. The first exercise that you're looking at is a single arm, SA, kettlebell, KB, overhead press, OHP. That's what you guys have, single arm kettlebell overhead press. So this exercise can be performed with several different things. This is a more resisted exercise, so if you do not have an actual dumbbell or kettlebell for the exercise, what I want you to do is go grab a jar of peanut butter, grab a can of beans, grab a bag. Other videos that we're going to be putting on our titanium training, our actual Facebook page, where we're actually going to show you how to build your own weights at home with just stuff that you have anywhere inside of the house. This way, like I said, you don't have implements. You got everything you already need at the house, and we can make things where you have a little bit of resistance while you're doing the exercise. So there's enough about that, and we'll talk about that further later. So here's your exercise. The first thing is, like I said, single arm kettlebell overhead press, or dumbbell. So you're just gonna grab one hand that has the weight. What you're gonna do is you're gonna lock that elbow into your side. Let's turn around to the other side. And then what you're gonna do is, with that elbow locked in, what you're gonna do is you're gonna push, bringing that elbow in towards the ear, and then letting it back down. 5 on one side, and then you switch it out and do 5 on the other side. Once you have that down, the next thing you have is a walking lunge. With the walking lunge, it's very much just a forward thing. So what you're going to do is you're going to step forward, squat down, step forward, squat down, and then just kind of walk 10 on each leg, 10 on the other, or you're going to walk for 20 total steps. That's kind of what you're looking at with that exercise. If you can't do the walking lunge, that's fine. What you're going to do at that point, and this is a body weight exercise, I probably should have mentioned that before. Walking lunge is a body weight exercise. Unless you just need the resistance, then that's fine. Obviously, grab something, put it in your hand, hold it by your sides, or hold it at your chest. Either one of those is fine as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to do walking lunges for 3 sets, 10 on each side, or 20 total steps. If you cannot walking lunge, like it hurts your knees, then just step back, squat down, do an alternating reverse lunge, 10 on each leg. If it's still too much on your knees, that's fine. Do 3 sets of 20 body weight squats. So you're just going to body weight squat and back up. Just focus on that. Those are your 3 levels for that exercise that are very acceptable for whatever it is you need to do, all the way from the resisted down to the non-resisted. Excuse me, feel a little gassy. So that's what you have. Single arm kettlebell overhead press, 5 on one side, 5 on the other. And then walking lunges. Those are your exercises. Once you guys get done with this, then we move on. Section 2. Okay, everybody, let's talk about Section 2. Section 2 goes exactly like this. What you guys have is you have a double kettlebell or dumbbell squat. That's what your KBDB means. And then you have to also have an alternating row. This alternating row is a little bit different than our standard 2-point row. So I'm going to show you just kind of, like I said, without the weights or with the weight, kind of how those work out. So the first thing you have is a double kettlebell or a double dumbbell squat. Let me just hold it just a second. I'm kind of ridiculous. I should have already grabbed the weights. But that's okay, because I'm Brian, and this is authentically how I do things. I'm probably not the most professional, but I'm definitely the most entertaining. With that being said, here's what you guys are looking at. So with your double kettlebell or double dumbbell squat, your goal is to actually be able to take whatever weights that you have, holding them in the chest position. So if you have 2 kettlebells, which is what I have here, what you're going to do, swing up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to overlap the handles, cross-thread your fingers, keeping your elbows in at your chest, squeeze, brace your abs. So remember, when bracing your ab, it's actually kind of like pushing it out and holding your breath at the same time. Like you're trying to push out a fart. Like you got a fart, and you just got to push it out because you just can't take it anymore. Anyway, and then what you're going to do, you can do this with dumbbells as well, same exact position. And what you do is you're going to squat, and then come back up for 5 sets of 5. So, once you've done that exercise, the next thing you're going to do is you can use 2 dumbbells, 2 kettlebells, or 2 improvised implements from your house. And then what you're going to do is grabbing both of them at the same time. You're going to push your hips backwards, brace your abs, so it's pushing it out slightly and squeeze. And then what you're going to do is just one arm at a time, alternate back and forth for 10 on each side. Those are your exercises in that fashion. And like I said, what I'll try to do is just try to have a supplemental exercise video that just talks about just building stuff at home. Because there's lots of stuff that you guys can do at home. You can grab any kind of bag and just put stuff in it and then hold that bag, which will help also increase your grip strength. But like I said, holding 2 bags at the same time, rip, 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 bam, bam, bam. You don't even have to go out and buy equipment, because I guarantee most people have these things in their house. So that's your second section of exercise, 5 sets of 5 for the first exercise, and then 3 sets, 10 on each side for the second. Once you guys are done with this section, bam, 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 then we move on to section 3. That looked awkward. Ladies and gentlemen, section 3. All right, so this is section 3. It's the third and final section. This is very much what you guys are doing here, is you guys are doing, excuse me, 2 exercises that the focus is supposed to be the core, or just the abdominal, lower back, obliques, and things of that nature. So what you guys are going to be doing, move these out of the way. What you guys are going to be doing is what's called an inchworm. So with an inchworm, the idea is you're going to start off in the crouched position. So a crouched position is almost like you're crouching down on the ground without your knees actually touching. So you start off here in the crouch position, like you're fixing to talk to somebody, you're fixing to ask a question, or you're talking to a child because the child needs something. Then you push the child down. Don't push children. That was a joke. So what you're doing is, like I said, so you're in the crouch position to start, and then from here, what you're going to do is get a better side view so you guys get a little bit better angle. So what you're going to be doing from here is you're going to be walking your hands out to the push-up position and then walking back into the crouch position. So for example, what you'll do from here, hands down, walk your hands out to the push-up, and then you're going to walk yourself back in to the crouch position. Walk yourself out to the push-up, walk yourself back in to the crouch position. That's the first exercise. That's the inchworm. The next thing you guys are going to do after the inchworm is you guys are going to perform the windmill. So with the windmill, the idea for this exercise is you should feel it, the hand with the weight, you're supposed to feel it in the opposite oblique, the opposite hip, and the outside of the opposite leg. That's where you should get the majority of your actual stretch and emphasis. So hand with the weight. So here we'll show you with the weight. So hand with the weight, what you're going to do here is you're going to turn your feet in that direction, and then at that point in time, what you're going to do, raising the other hand in the air, you're going to lead, pushing the hip backwards, bang, and then you're going to stand back up. Push the hip backwards, bang, and then stand back up. Like I said, another thing you can do is you can also do those barefoot. I actually suggest doing those as flat-footed as humanly possible, just because you get a better overall base when you're stabilized in position. I also suggest doing like barefoot squats and things like that. I really don't talk about it too much, but it's always kind of a good idea. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to do 10 on one side, 10 on the other side. Back and forth between the two exercises for 3 total rounds worth of work. So inchworm, crawl out, crawl in, windmill, bend, and snap. Once you guys are done with those exercises, you guys are finished with the first 3 sections, then we go into the fun finisher. The fun finisher being 3 minutes of just torture for cardiovascular reasons. You guys, thank you so much for watching this section. Now let's go to the finisher. All right, now we have finally come to the finish. We have finally come to the place where you are going to be done with your exercise protocol for today. Now, I'm just kidding. That's just so aggressive. Anyway, so after that aggressive interview or that aggressive intro, let's go to the simplicity of the actual exercise. So what you guys are doing is clean and press. You can either do this single hand or both hands at the same time. It's completely up to you. I'm suggesting both hands at the same time, honestly speaking, only because of the fact that you're going to get much more volume out of the exercise, and it's also going to allow a much higher heart rate and to push a little harder through. So what you guys are going to be doing, I'm going to show you guys with weights on the quick. So with the kettlebells, what we have is you're going to start feet between hip and shoulder width apart. You got 2 kettlebells, and then the idea is swing and clean, small squat, press overhead. Boom! Swing and clean, press overhead. Swing and clean, press overhead. That's with your 2 kettlebells. If you're using 2 dumbbells, you're going to do the same thing, except you're not going to rotate the hands at all. You're going to keep the thumbs facing forward the whole time. So then you're here, swoop, let's get a better angle. So you're here, clean, and press overhead, and then back down. Clean, press overhead, and then back down. If you do not have any weights whatsoever, honestly, just going through the motion of it is actually really, really good as well. So here's what you're going to do. So just go through the motion of it. Clasp your hands together, and then it's up, and then press. Down, and then press. So then just going through the motion of it is actually just as good because you're doing it for 45 seconds. The idea is we're trying to focus on the heart rate. That's what we're trying to get to. We're not trying to do super heavy exercise. We're trying to get that heart rate up just a little bit in order to help finish out the exercise protocol for that day. So that's what you guys have going on. That's your fun little finisher. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please take a second, like it, share it with your friends, because this is free. So let's share with everybody, letting them know what they can be doing at home, because we are all in this together, and we need to be helping each other move. We need to motivate each other to move. We need to push each other to move. And I know it's hard, and I know this long distance aspect of everything is very, very trying right now, but that's okay. We're doing this, we're moving. As long as we can get some movement in during the course of the day, we can eat better foods, and we can make adjustments, we will get through this. I am here for you, whatever you need. You let me know. I'll come to your house. I don't even care. I'll come to your house and help you. With that being said, I love you guys. Enjoy this video. Share with your friends. Tell everybody that you've been doing it. Show them what we all do here, and then prove to everybody why this will not hold us down. We will adapt. We will overcome. We are in it together. Enjoy your workout.